What is up, sports fans? And welcome back to another episode of Pez's Picks. I'm Jeff Hartman, joined by the man with the picks. Both of us are in a state of mourning, Pez. How's it going?
Jeff, for people that can't see, I have my black Grateful Dead Eagles sweatshirt.
Yeah.
We're mourning Bobby Weir passing
Yep.
and the Eagles and the Steelers, who I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Had some money on them, lost some money on the Eagles and the Steelers. We sucked this week, Jeff, in pro, but we did crush college. But neither here nor there. It's a day of mourning for both of us. Mike Tomlin, a guy I love, I respect. Maybe Sirianni goes, we'll take Mike Tomlin. I like that, Jeff. Well, I'll take him. I'll take him right now.
Well, if that's the case, you're going to be sending the Steelers some draft capital. I hope you know that.
Well, well, who in their right minds give a draft for a coach at this point, right? They fire coaches every year in this league, but
Yeah.
maybe Tomlin's
Never know.
worth it. The guy never had a losing season, did he?
No.
I
No.
mean,
He finished 500 was the worst he finished.
unbelievable run. I'm going to say Hall of Fame guy, one of the best coaches ever. In this situation where we're in now, the NFL is not what it was when he started. The league is not what it was 3-4 years ago. I mean, that's part of what we're going to use as excuses why we've been cold in the NFL the last 2 weeks, really this whole season. I think everybody has parity. They've made the NFL the NBA, Jeff. I don't know how they did it. Maybe it's the kickoff rules. These games come down to the final 2 minutes now. It's almost pointless to watch till the fourth quarter. And it comes down to, do you kick it in the end zone and give it to him on the 35? Do you kick it, do you loop it? I don't know, Jeff. I don't know. I'm pissed off about the whole thing. Let's talk college, though, Jeff. Let's start there.
Well, let's start with what we learned from last week. That's where we always start on the podcast. And we learned that we went 2-0 in the NCAA last week. We got both of the semifinal games right. And another goose egg in the NFL as we continue to be befuddled by the postseason in week 18. I don't know. Where do you want to start, Pez?
Miami, Jeff. I think about a month and a half ago, we put out a video. I have it. Maybe we reissue that. I believe it was plus 2,400 Miami to win the national championship. We got a little, we got some troll chatter on that one. I'm still believing. Well, this is going to drop on Thursday, Jeff. We're putting a video out tomorrow, so this is going to drop. Oh, well, we had technical difficulties there. Getting too excited.
We're good.
So I think Miami has a legitimate shot to win this national championship, Jeff, after watching a lot of Miami football, a lot of Indiana, a lot of Oregon. Oregon was the team we thought they were. That team was not, what were they, number 5 ranked team? They were not the number 5 team, Jeff. I think a lot of teams were better than Oregon. They have the privilege of playing a little bit of a soft conference, soft schedule. Indiana, lights out. One of the greatest college games I've ever seen. I don't think they made a mistake. But Oregon does not have the horses to play with in Indiana, nor do they have the horses to play with in Miami, and I think in Ole Miss. We've taken a look at the breakdown of Miami, Indiana. Currently, I believe the line has gone to 9 points, Jeff. And when we look at the line for the national championship, we take a lot of things into account, and so do the Vegas sportsbooks guys. I think on data, Indiana should be laying 13 points, but opens at 7.5. That tells me Vegas, the sports books, believe that Indiana, not a fugazi, but I think their schedule is a little bit of a fugazi. When you look at Miami's body of work, 7-0 against top 25 teams. Indiana comes in 5-0 against top 25 teams. 2 of those wins are against Oregon. So at the end of the day, who are we going to judge them against? Ohio State, they both played. I think Indiana got lucky in that game. There was a pick 6 for them to win that game, which is something that they earned, of course, but had trouble moving the ball, had trouble getting the ball through, in the end zone, in the red zone. Miami, I believe, has a better defensive line than Ohio State. I think they're going to give Mendoza problems. I think Carson Beck, as long as he's played like he has the last 6-7 games, they're going to get the running game going. And at the end of the day, I don't think there's a better player on the field that we're going to find. And I love him, Jeff. I'm going to pull up his stats here. I kind of think this kid, might be he might be the best player in the country right now. When we talk about Tony, I can't find his stats right here, Jeff. I don't know why I can't find that right now, but he he will be a game breaker that I don't think that Indiana is going to have an answer for. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy game, but I think when you look at schedule, you look at equal opponents. I think right now Miami is coming in super underrated. Malachi Tony over 1,000 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. I think he threw for touchdowns. True freshman. He was a guy that has been unstoppable over the last 3 playoff games, or last 3 games in the season. And I think when you look at what they've done to stop the rush and what they've done defensively, Jason Taylor running that defensive line, I think the 2 best defensive ends in the country. I'm going to say it right here, Jeff. Miami beats Indiana in the national championship. I would not argue that taking the money line right now would be a good play. Money line coming into this game, you're getting plus 275, which to me, for a 9-point spread should be higher, and that tells me something. And I think getting 9 points, that's what we're going to take. I love it all day, Jeff. I think Miami shocks the world. I think they win this game outright. I'll put it out there. We're going to have a video come out tomorrow. Indiana, great team. I love the coach. Signetti, great team. But I love the coaching staff in Miami. I love how they bring in the old players. When you got Ray Lewis going out for coin tosses, Jeff, is there anyone more intimidating? I don't know if I should say this, but he was alleged to have stabbed a guy to death. Jeff. This guy is a man-child. You've got Michael Irvin. You've got an amazing sideline and system that Miami has grown. They had a little bit of a sloppy game against Ole Miss. They cleaned that up. I don't think Indiana can play as perfect a game in this next round. We're taking Miami plus 9. I love it all day. And if you take them with the money line, I'm not going to say you're doing a bad thing either.
All right. That's going to be interesting. And that game is going to be Monday, January 19th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN for those that are curious when that game goes down.
In Miami, Jeff. I mean, this is kind of a home game, kind of coming in a little slighted. This 9-point spread, I mean, that's got to incite something in the Miami players. I love the coach. Did you see the coach? He got interviewed on during the Indiana game. He took shots at Nick Saban, Jeff. This guy, he made fun of his makeup. He made fun of him getting his hair done. I mean, this guy is here to play. They are here to win. I don't think Miami. I don't think Indiana has the same athleticism as Miami, Jeff. And we said that all year. I think in August we talked about them being one of the best teams in the country, maybe the best. I like Miami in a big upset. I love them all day. We're going to take them plus the 9. That video will be coming out on Instagram by the time you hear this. Bring it on, Jeff. Bring on these Hoosier fans. Bring it on. Great team. I think it'll be a great game. I hope it is. But at the end of the day, Miami plus 9 is a value bet.
So we went 2-0 last week, which moves our college football record to 29-16-1 on the season. And what's really impressive is that if you go back, and I keep notes for all of our picks and stuff, I mean, we were treading water for a while. Early on in the college football season, we were struggling. We weren't alone. A lot of people were struggling. And boy, did we start to figure things out. So let's see if we can finish this on a high note.
Just under 65%, Jeff. We're proud of that. I mean, that's a pretty good number for college this year. I think what you saw, teams got better. Indiana got better. I mean, Penn State took them to a test. One of the greatest college catches ever for Indiana to win that game against Penn State. But when we look at who challenged them, Penn State, Ohio State, they had strong defensive lines, put pressure on Mendoza, who's a good quarterback, but he's not very athletic, Jeff. And we're proud of that number. We learned along the season too. Texas wasn't great, but they got better throughout the season. LSU, a little bit of Fugazi. Notre Dame had a lot to say, but Ole Miss, you had to get on board too. We kind of missed the boat, Jeff. We're looking back. We should have had more wins. Texas A&M was a team that we missed all season. And I think, Miami beating Texas A&M. Texas A&M probably a third best team in the country, I'm going to say. I mean, that team was fantastic this year, and I love it, Jeff. The best college football season I can remember going back to the 90s when you had primetime Sanders playing for Florida State, Florida. You had the U. They were, and Notre Dame was hot, and Penn State was good still. They were the best years for college football for me. I think this year rivals that. It might be the best college football season I've ever seen. Fantastic year.
So let's transition now to the NFL. And the NFL just wraps up Wild Card Weekend, which was exciting. There were a lot of close games that I would say a lot of people did not forecast coming. And we did not We did not perform well. We'll put it that way. What was your takeaway from the NFL last week?
The NFL sucks, Jeff. I think you can agree with me. It just sucks. The league
Yes.
sucks. Quarterback play sucks. The new rules suck. Yeah, quarterbacks. I feel bad for defensive players. A quarterback can be hit sometimes. They can't be hit sometimes. Green Bay giving up 25 points to Chicago in the fourth quarter. I knew we were in trouble, Jeff. I've been thinking about that game all weekend. That's pissed me off more than anything. We're pissed off at ourselves. We didn't have the guts to take Carolina, hosting the Rams. I think they kind of blew a chance. Philadelphia Eagles. AJ Brown, Jeff. I don't know if this is true, but I suspect he was alligator arm some of those catches. I think he sabotaged that game. Maybe not. Regardless, that was the worst offensive scheme I've ever seen in a playoff game. All San Fran did was back 10 yards up and wait to see the play and just come and tackle. I mean, I could have drawn up better plays in Tecmo Bowl in 1989, Jeff. Buffalo, Jacksonville, a great game. I got to give it to Josh Allen. That guy's still the best in the league. And I'm a little bit surprised with the Chargers. New England, interesting team. Are they as good as their record and their success? I don't know. I mean, a lot of puzzling teams going forward. When we get into this divisional round, tough matchups, Jeff. I mean, we're going into this. I don't know how Buffalo can't beat Denver. Haven't said that. Denver seems to win games. Is Seattle more than a touchdown better than San Fran? Perhaps. And I don't know about Chicago, Jeff. This team, I hated them last year. They kind of put it to me a little bit this year. Ken Stafford and Ken Puka and Adams, can they win on the road? It looks like it's going to snow. I think it's going to be 14 degrees. So can a LA kind of dome team go to Chicago and win? Probably they're going to be the game of the week, I think. We're going to figure it out. We're going to have 2 or 3 picks, Jeff. We might pick all 4 games.
Oh,
why won't we? Let's pick all 4, Jeff. I think we're doing that. We're going to take all 4 games. We're going to put it on the line this week, Jeff. We're putting it on the line. I think we're doing it. We're doing it.
Well, our back-to-back bad weeks, we were sitting pretty heading into week 18, and now we're back to 500 at 28-28 in the NFL. So we've had better weeks. We'll put it that way. And overall, 57, 44, and 1. So we're still well above that mark, combined college and the NFL. But it's tough. And these 4 games are not going to be easy plays. Talk about Bills, Broncos, 49ers, Seahawks, Texans, Patriots, Rams, Bears that you mentioned. It's going to be a fun weekend, though, don't you think?
I don't know, Jeff. The Steelers and the Eagles, it's not going to be fun, Jeff. Let's face it. This sucks. It's been a rough week. If I get another Eagles fan contact me to tell me how much they hate Sirianni and Jalen, Jeff, I might move. I don't know where I'm moving, Jeff. I don't know. Maybe Buffalo. They seem to be loyal fans. What the hell is wrong with people? That you're going to blame the Super Bowl MVP and probably the winningest first 5-year coach in history. I mean, this guy, regardless of, did he allow a crappy coordinator, his best friend, to kind of go through the season when he should have? He did. Loyalty cuts both ways in coaching. I've been victim to this. If you're a loyal coach, it generally evens out. You're going to benefit from that. This year, it hurt Sirianni. The defense was great. Tough to repeat, though. I think what we learned, what Kansas City did, what New England did for all those years, remarkable. I don't think it's something we're going to see in the coming future, especially with the league change and dynamic offenses win now. But Mahomes and Brady, Andy Reid and Belichick, to win that much, that consistently, Super Bowl level, is just shocking. And you're losing players, you lose coaches. Am I making excuses for Jalen? He's had a different offensive coordinator every year he's been in the league. That can't be easy. Who the hell coaches Jalen Hurts and doesn't work his run game into the play call, Jeff? What were they doing all year? What the hell were they doing, Jeff? I don't know. And I think Pittsburgh, maybe we get a good quarterback, Jeff. They got a good nucleus there. I think the defense plays hard. I like Pittsburgh's chances going forward, and a team that you want to make the playoffs. We won the division, Jeff. You won the division. That's something that you got to celebrate for your NFL team. You got to get behind your team. Winning the division, making the playoffs is great. You're not going to win Super Bowls every year. You got to look at the positive, Jeff. That's what we're going to stick with.
Well, hey, this league is turned into, just like everything in our sports culture, it's a "what have you done for me lately" league. And for the Sirianni haters and the Jalen haters, it's hey, last year's Super Bowl is last year's Super Bowl. It's what have you done this year? Sirianni hires a questionable offensive coordinator. Jalen Hurts doesn't have as good of a season. I still think that Saquon Barkley was banged up for the majority
I
of the
agree.
season. And
Agree.
so I think and also, by the way, you won't say it, I will. I thought the Eagles got jobbed on several calls, and there was a lot of noise about the head ref who grew up an Eagles fan in the Philly area. I think it almost felt like it was a overreaction the other way. But
Absolutely.
That's just me. I'm not trying to bring up a conspiracy. I'm just
Well,
saying.
they have one penalty the whole game. Stupid San
Yeah.
Francisco. And you know that Shanahan, he bitches and whines the whole game like his dad. I hate that guy, Jeff. I hate that scumbag. How do you get burned on that stupid trick play with McCaffrey? That's the one guy that's making plays. I love that Blankenship, but how do you get burned? How do you let that ball go over your head? We look like a tired team, Jeff. Our D line did not get enough pressure on Purdy. I mean, they didn't get enough pressure on anybody down the stretch. I don't know what happened with that situation. Kenyon Mitchell got burned a little bit at the beginning of the game as well. I mean, they kind of came out. They beat us with how old's that guy? 41 years old. The stupid receiver from Chicago. I don't know, Jeff. I don't know.
Misery loves company, Pez, is what I like to say. And so I'm kind of reveling.
6.5 months. We got our game won, 26th season, Jeff. Bring it back. Bring it back on.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, real quick. I saw that you're putting out some NBA plays. What are your thoughts there?
So the NBA, this is something we've talked about over the years, Jeff. You know this. It's a situational bet this time of year. I think you have to find teams in a good situation, depending on travel, depending on what they've done. We're recording this on Tuesday, a little early this week. We're taking the Lakers, getting 3.5 at home to the Atlanta Hawks, Jeff. Just let go of Trey. I mean, they've been on a little bit of a, I don't know what it is, some sort of heater since they made their big trade. But I can't see the Lakers putting up two bad efforts. They lost to Sacramento Kings on Monday night. They got blown out by 12. So we'll take them at home. We'll take them to have a big win against the crappy Atlanta Hawks. Getting 3.5. You got LeBron. You got Doncic, who I still think's best player in the league. So we're starting off. We're going to do a couple weeks. We're giving these plays out, then we'll have them on the premium website.
All right. I love it. Are you ready for your top 5 of the week?
Jeff, top 5 of the week is top 5 ways to make you feel better when your team sucks in the playoffs, Jeff, and you're missing picks, okay? So top 5 of the week. Number 5, Grateful Dead, Jeff. I got kind of a Grateful Dead sweatshirt. I know you're a fan. Bobby Weir died. My wife, interesting Italian lady, starting at like 15, she was going to Grateful Dead shows. She was one of those young hot girls that dated the super senior with the mustache and the Camaro, Jeff. She was going to these shows. She saw Jerry, I think, a dozen times. So sad week for us, sad week for the Dead. I don't know if they can keep going. Play a Dead album. Play a Jerry Garcia Band album, too, to celebrate Bobby Weir. We love him. Makes you feel better. Number 5, Grateful Dead. Number 4, Jeff, cheese. Big thing in our house. Again, my wife's Italian. They love cheese for some reason. You got your Trader Joe's. You got your English Leicester cheese here, Jeff. We got the Italian espresso. Great game. Great snack food for games. You got the fabled nut-covered, I just threw it, Jeff, ball of cheese with nuts. Fantastic snack. You got to have your cheese during a football game. Helps layer the stomach for the drinking. Number 3, my wife, these Italians, you're not Italian, are you?
No.
These Italians, Jeff, they're boring to cook. My wife said to me, a Sunday, I'm going to make gyros for the Americans. It's a gyro.
Right.
I'm like, what are you going to spin that thing and you're going to use a sword? She goes, no, I figured it out. She somehow made gyros, Jeff, strips of meat, lamb and beef in the oven on a cookie sheet. I don't know how she does it, Jeff. She makes her own naan. She makes her own bread. Unbelievable. Made me feel better Sunday night when I was crying when the Eagles lost. Number 3, my wife's cooking, but really that homemade gyro. Check it out. I think it's on Instagram somewhere. She found a recipe. Number 2, Jeff, I bet you're a yogurt guy. You're healthy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jeff, there's a big difference. I've done some research. My wife makes me eat this yogurt. I find yogurt disgusting, but French yogurt, Jeff. French yogurt. This is a Quee. We're not sponsored by these people. French yogurt. Now, I've been told a lot more sugar, but you got the fruit on the bottom. That Chobani, that Greek yogurt, that's like eating snot, Jeff. It's disgusting. They should take it off the market. It's healthier. I'm not going to eat snot if it's healthier. I need a little fruit, little sugar in there. The French have cornered the market on yogurt. That's number two. I actually enjoy it a little bit. Don't tell my friends. I mean, they're bacon, egg, and cheese, pork roll, egg, and cheese guys. So number two, French yogurt. Number one, Jeff, the best way to feel better. I'm going to go out on a limb. The greatest bourbon ever made, Jeff. The Blanton's bourbon. We have it up in front of the camera. The wife took care of me for Christmas. This is some sort of special edition. They hand write whoever kind of barrels it, and I don't know. They got the horse on here, Jeff. That's a big collector's item. Each horse has a different letter. Blanton's bourbon. Now, when we started buying it, it was $40. It's up to about $90 if you can find it. Blanton's bourbon, Kentucky bourbon, the best way to sop up your misery when your team loses. I drank a lot, as you can see, Jeff. I take the. I don't know if maybe I'll keep it going tonight. Why not? It's still January, isn't it?
I was going to say, man, it's almost empty. What the hell have you been doing? It was a Christmas present. It's only January 14th.
Jeff, the wife decided she's a bourbon girl a couple years ago. So now, I try to push her to the maker's mark, but she knows the good stuff. She's Italian. They know the good stuff. So God bless her. I love her. Nothing better than having a bourbon on rocks with your wife. It's a fantastic thing. And maybe one day, Jeff, we'll have one. Maybe, when the kids are grown up, you get back on the saddle. We'll have a bourbon together.
Well, I'll be there when you drink it, and I'll still talk
Okay.
about it. We'll have a good time. Either way.
All right. Sounds good. You don't need to drink to have fun.
This summer, I'm coming to Atlantic City, by the way.
Jeff, I can't wait. We got some golf to play.
Yes.
Fantastic golf region. I'll steal the CEO's credit card. We'll play some of the top courses. He won't know. He doesn't care. That guy will be flying around somewhere on the corporate jet, but we'll take care of it, Jeff. I can't wait.
Right.
I got some great. We're going to Tony's Baltimore Grill. You're a Tony's Baltimore Grill guy. You're going to love it there.
All right. All right, Pez. This has been a great show, man. Enjoy the games. We'll be talking next week, wrapping up the college football playoffs. Any final thoughts?
I don't have any, Jeff. I don't have any. I'm crushed. Grateful Dead. Grateful Dead.
Bobby Weir's gone. The Eagles are done.
I'm going to go play Althea on a repeat while I'm drinking this bourbon. It's my favorite Dead song, even though that's a Jerry song. But God bless that Bobby. I saw him 2 years ago. The guy was playing as good as he was 30 years ago. We saw him at the Sphere. Yeah. Took my kid. He was 11. He learned what marijuana smelled like and what magic mushrooms are. He asked me, why is that guy eating all this mushrooms? So great teaching moment, the Grateful Dead, too. Great for parenting, Jeff. Love.
All right. Thanks for your time, Pez, man. We'll talk next week. Take it easy.
Later.